Hey, we're back. Welcome back. We're another week. Hey, guess what? This week we're working on the 1971 C-10 in Spanish gold. I'm going to try out this new camera. Trying to make a better video all the time. I don't know if it's any better. Seems brighter, but then there's more reflection. I don't know. Seems like you can never win. One thing's better, one thing's not. Nonetheless, here we are working on old sneaky tricks. I'll take you for a quick walk around the truck, show you what I've done, what I'm going to do, and how things are coming along. Excuse me. Been working on the 68 for the last couple weeks, maybe a month. I don't keep track. Some people like that. Some people like this one. It's been a minute, and summer's coming quick. We've got early spring right now, and I want to get this on the road. So let's get her finished up. Not today, but soon. Soon. So what I've been working on, and you can't see, so let me move you up here. Been working on, darn it, been working on just a bunch of finish up stuff. So bear with me if, you can't see nothing. Gracious. Finish up stuff just takes a bunch of time. So what I got going on right here is the vacuum line for the transmission. Yeah, I know it. Don't go up there. I got her out, the metal part, figure out where it goes. It goes to this particular rubber hose here, which is already hooked to the fuel injection. I've already got my high pressure feed side hooked up. I was an AN fitting short this week, so I went and got one of them today. So I can come off the fuel regulator on the back of this and go out the return line. So I can't really reach in there too well on these trucks. It's a long way from the bumper. And when it jacked up, makes it even farther. And I'm a little too old to climb up in here like a kid. So there's what we got going on up here. I'll do best to worst. But anyhow, let's come over here. I know I like to move you around, but you got to come around the shop, see what's going on. We have, of course, the muffler. Got my grinder set out. Just getting started on the driver's side. Get you around here. Driver's side exhaust. The passenger side's pretty much done. I know, hang in there. The passenger side, this is my fiberglass blanket to protect my windshield and everything. We've already done our cutout over here for the exhaust. We've got all the pieces welded together. I think I'm down to like 3 more welds, and I'll take you and show you that in a second. I just started grinding this side out like that for the dual exhaust. This would be on the driver's side. And my battery died, so it's charging. I'll get to that in a minute. I just got to copycat what I did over there. So that's coming right along. I'm going to keep working on this, get this done. So over on the bench, and then I'll take you under the truck and show you what I got going there. So we'll walk around the truck here real quick. You got to get a shop tour every week, right? Yeah, I got stuff everywhere. Golf cart, we put a new front end in that, new bushings, bearings, all kinds of stuff. But that's not this channel. Over here on the bench, I hope this new camera works worth a hoot. Over here we got the muffler cutouts I'm working on. Tip you up. Maybe you'll see me. I don't know. I just finished welding this a few minutes ago. Right here. This comes from the header down underneath the truck. Under the cab, I have this electric cutout switch. So I'm getting this welded in, and then I'll have a downspout, not this pipe, on here, and the exhaust will go past it to the muffler side. So we have a muffler side that goes straight through, or we can open the cutouts to relieve pressure for the extra performance and noise, let's just face it, and come through here on a turn down. So that's the plan, and that's what's coming along. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to drive this in the next, I don't want to say month, because then you guys will keep me to it. So I'm not going to tell you a time. The most exciting part, if I can get you under there and show you my fuel system and where that muffler system goes to. So I got to take you off tripod. Get you under there, and hopefully we can see what's going on. I'll turn the light on when we get under there. All right, showing you down here in the dark. Yeah, me on the floor is fun stuff, isn't it? But I want you want to see, right? Don't you just want to see? Turn this light on. It's right in your eyes. I can fix that. Fancy cameras, right? I don't know. Come on. No, I guess I'm stuck like this. Anyhow, this is the fuel system. It comes out from the floor with the in-cab tank, like it or not. I've got the heat protection covering it because the exhaust comes through back in here. Because I got this original tank, I cleaned it best I can, but I went ahead and put a pre-oil filter, no, fuel filter, pre-oil filter on it. Then it comes through the official, regular, hard fuel filter to the fuel pump on down the line. You see my exhaust here, it's going to run parallel. I'm not sure if I'll heat shield in here or not. I won't bore you with that if I do, but that's giving you an idea what's going on here and how it looks under the truck, because I don't get you on here, well, not very often. Just to kind of show you the drive shafts. And I mean, you can't see much, but I wanted to show you that. As soon as I get this done, I get off the floor. That'll be fun. Let's climb up together. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't take you under there very often. Oh, gracious. You know, it's getting old is not fun, but you old guys already know that. You young guys will learn it soon enough. So I'm going to get to welding over here. Get some more tailpipage going. I think I already got the part cut here. These have to be butt welded. I did buy a bunch of this flared stuff here. This is in case you want to put a clamp on it, but it is flared out. Believe it or not, this is not, it's not normal pipe. It's Chinese measurements and it's different than ours. So it didn't matter if you got 1.75 inches, or excuse me, 2.25 or 2.5. Neither one fitted it. I might as well just keep going. Neither one fit it perfect. They go in, they're rattly. If they go on, I don't think they even go on the outside. Just none of it fits like you'd want. You get it inside there, it doesn't, look how sloppy that is. And if you flip it over to the bell side, it doesn't go over it. So I had to butt weld them, and that's fine. It just takes a little more time clamping up, getting everything squared up, versus if you could just slide it in, it would weld together well, easily. This is neat, but I'm not sure I would suggest it. I mean, if you want it, fine, but there's issues with the pipe size, like I said. And these motors, I mean, there's not any kind of seal here. You can see this tip goes right in there. Yep. I don't like that. And then this wire next to exhaust, I don't have to go this way with it. Not my favorite thing. And then I hear them monkey up, mess up, screw up. I don't know. So we'll see about that. I will have a provision on mine. Not sure I'll do it right away, but when I put my downspout on there, I'm going to make it capable. Just 2 bolts or something, maybe a slide on and a bolt, something easy and quick. So if this gets stuck open for any reason, I'm not stuck 1,000 miles from home with a loud muffler. So I'll do that just because I'm paranoid. I did want to thank a few people today. Just take a second to do that. I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers. I appreciate all you guys. I really do. But especially James and Joe this past week for joining. Thank you, gentlemen. That's the only 2 names that YouTube was willing to tell me. The rest of you guys might be on some kind of, I don't know, secret stuff, hiding your name. And that's okay. I understand the world. I know what's going on. We're not going to get into politics. And I haven't had a chance to specifically thank Sean for my sign. Super nice sign. It's all laser cut. Awesome detail. It's steel. I don't know exactly what he paid for it, but it couldn't have been cheap. And it's super nice. And that flashing white line, white light, look at that. Can't get a good camera, so bear with me on this stuff, all right? See, dark. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Short video this week. I've been so busy. I know you don't want to hear that, but I didn't want to go a week without saying hi, without showing you what's going on. I might as well go a little more. You want to see some stuff? Just takes a second. We weren't going to go in any detail, but cowl finished, grill done. Fender that made me mad, and I painted. I don't even know how many times I painted it. I'm not going to count, but I got it right. I won't call it right. I got it good enough. good enough. Well, one of you subscribers knows what that means. But good enough is sometimes what life's about. You already seen the other fender yonder way and that stuff. This is where the 68's at right now. Unfortunately, this is where it's going to be for a while because I am going to finish that 71. I did get the engine put in. I lost track. Third time, maybe? Third time's the charm? No. I'll tell you what, again, fourth time. That's what it's about. 3 strikes, you're out. 4 times is a win. I know the old saying, but on this channel, it's 4 times. The fourth is the best. So in and out 3 times, I got to do that air conditioner. Once we order it and it comes in, there's just no clearance for it. I'd rather do it with the engine out. It'll be way easier to get it all in there fitted, to get it fit properly and get the hoses done where they're not rubbing on stuff. So 4 times is a charm. Then it'll be in, hopefully permanently. But I'm pretty excited about this. It's coming way quicker than I thought. It may not look like it, but this is a good place to be on this. 71. Oh, what I did learn. See, all this stuff I forget to tell you. I turn off the camera after a 10-minute video, and I got so much more. I won't bore you with all that. I do have other items up here. It doesn't matter. Hinges are all painted. The latch is painted. That's where that's going to be for just a minute. But what I did learn, I'm going to get you over here because I'm proud of this one. What I did learn, yeah, that darn tripod. All right, am I in there? Okay, here we are. On this fender, right here. It looks great. Worked out good. As I told you, professional rattle can. If there's such a thing as professionals that use rattle can. But well, let's not go there. When I had all the problems, and we all complain about having problems with stuff like this, I painted it. I evidently didn't clean something right. There's nobody to blame but me. I'm good with that. Either my prep all or something wasn't dry, clean. Maybe I touched it with a bare finger. That's not my habit. But again, whatever it was doesn't matter. As mad as I was about it, and I spent another, I say 3 days, but you have to prep, like wet sand, let that completely dry, and then you got to come back and check it and then do some touch up. It's over a 3-day period. It's only like 2 or 3 hours. But what I learned in the process of that might be interesting to you, some of you guys, and I want to show you on mine how it works for me. I never knew you could do this and get away with it. Regular rattle can paint, I'm not going to mention all the names. It's irrelevant. All the rattle can paint I've ever used, other than that professional quality one, if you wet sand it or rub on it or try to polish it, it kind of like melts and smears, gets duller. The more you polish it, the more you ruin it. I don't know the chemical makeup of it, but given the fact that one was screwed up and had all the, I don't know if it was fish eyes, but whatever it was, it looked like snowflakes. If one of you knows, I'd love to know what causes snowflakes. Kind of pretty, but you don't want it in your paint. I was able to take a flat spot on that, about a 1 by 2 foot area, and wet sand it and polish it. I even used some rubbing compound on it. I tried a couple different products just to see how it would tolerate it. And believe it or not, I was able to polish it up like a regular old style paint, single stage. And being that that was a problem and caused me extra work, at least I learned something out of it more than just be more careful. But I learned that that paint can be wet sanded and polished. And what that means to me is, in this area right now, we're having a problem getting car paints. It's an area thing. I live in the middle of nowhere, and there's only one guy I know of that sells car paint, good quality paint, and he's going through some troubles. So rather than to try and get with him and try and get the paint that I want, and he's sold out of stuff a lot, I now have learned I can do that on the top of the Spanish gold truck. The top of that truck, and I'll show you here real quick, even though I got it covered, protected. The top of this truck, if you recall, is going to be like a lot of them. It has the white top with the gold bottom. So now that I've learned I can use this not so professional, but professional paint, I can paint the top of mine. And what I like about that is I'm not a professional painter. I'm not fabulous at this job that I can paint it in sections. Like this door I painted a long time ago, this outside edge. And I was going to color match that white with body shop paint. But now that I trust and believe in this paint more, I'm going to try it. I mean, this is not a pristine, perfect truck. We talked about this before. This is going to be kind of that soft, worn look, patina, if you will, whatever. Now I can paint this to any body line. I don't have to worry about shooting the whole thing all at once and having some kind of problem. I can paint to any body line or seam that's in it. There happens to be a seam on these trucks back here, and I'm not getting rid of it. It's original. It's where it was. So now I can use that as a tape line, and you won't see it because there's a line there. I can go to this line. I can stop here. I can go to the front. I can paint the top separate than the bottom, and you'll never see the line on this edge. I can wet sand that edge out if it has a little tape burr on it. So it makes it for a guy that does things in stages a lot easier, a lot better. Not the best, not better than a body shop, not better than spending, I don't know, cheap paint job, 5-6 grand, all the way up to 20, 30,000 if you want to get really out there. The last thing it does for me, and I'll shut up about it. I digress. I can't help it. I carry on and carry on. If I happen to have a problem on one of my sections, being that all my paint is exactly the same and I can paint in stages, if I have a problem or screw up something again, I can go back and just do this part or just do that part, and I have that availability. So for a guy without a potty shop, it's just one of them days. I can't talk well. A guy without a body shop with all these little dirt and stuff flying around, I can come back after a single coat and I can knock all them nibs off or any little, I don't know what they are. They always look like strings, little fabric. I don't know where they come from. They just float. I can do a couple of layers, and some of these guys that do fabulous paint work. What I'm doing is I'm trying to do the procedure of a really, really nice paint job, even though I'm using cheap paint. If you go through after the first couple of coats, on your base coat, for instance, and you knock all those nibs off and clean all that stuff up and put on another coat, even if you get more paint nibs and more fabrics and more dust and little things dropping in it, when you sand those off, you're not sanding down to your original primer because you've created a new layer. Even if you have, oh, I don't know, a little imperfection over here and an imperfection over here on a different layer, you can wet sand those all out and get a more professional finish. Enough about paint. You guys aren't big into paint. I'm sorry, but this is paint season. It's welding season. So in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be paint, weld, and paint. That's pretty much what I got going on. Fortunately, well, that's what this truck needs to get it down the road. Not sold, just driving down the road. So white paint top, exhaust, man, what's left? I mean, we're that close, even though you're looking at, tarps and covers and you're not seeing a whole lot. Folks, we're close on this one. This is going to be started running, driving in no time. Maybe one or two of you'd like to hear it run. I mean, I did spend a lot of time getting it all fancied up so it would sound cool. If so, stick around, come back, watch the next show, or 2, or 5, or all of them. I mean, that's what I'd prefer. But I mean it when I say thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week. We'll do another 20, 30-minute video. I'll have some things done. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night. Hey, look, with my new camera, I bet I can turn it off the first time. Let's try it. 1.